On behalf of the CCBC online learning team, welcome and thank you for taking the next step in learning about digital accessibility by watching this Chart Your Pathway to Digital Accessibility video, a practical, step-by-step approach to inclusive teaching. This video presentation isn't about overwhelming you with rules, regulations, or endless checklists. It's about clarity. It's about giving you a practical, achievable path forward. Like any worthwhile journey, making content 100% accessible doesn't happen all at once. It happens one step at a time. And every step you take makes a real difference for your students. Throughout this video presentation, I'll guide you through the key parts of that pathway, connecting the dots between what digital accessibility is, why it matters at CCBC, and how you can confidently begin or continue your own accessibility journey. We'll start with the big picture, what digital accessibility means for our college and the students we serve. From there, we'll move into practical strategies and real examples you can put into action right away in your courses. Objectives. Before we dive deeper, let's take a look at our objectives for today. First, I want you to recognize the importance of digital accessibility, not just as a requirement, but as a cornerstone of equity in teaching and learning. Accessibility ensures that all of our students, regardless of ability, can fully participate and succeed. Second, I'll share practical strategies you can start applying immediately. These are simple steps you can take to enhance the accessibility of your course materials without creating extra work. And finally, I'll emphasize CCBC's strong dedication to digital accessibility. This isn't just about individual effort. It's about everyone working together as a community, with the college providing tools and support to help us succeed. What is digital accessibility? Digital materials must be in formats that individuals with disabilities can perceive, understand, navigate, and interact with in the same way as individuals without disabilities. Why accessibility matters? Why does accessibility matter? First and foremost, it's the right thing to do. Every student who comes to CCBC deserves the chance to fully participate in their education. Accessibility is about equity, fairness, and honoring the diverse needs of our learners. Second, it's the law. Under Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, colleges and universities must provide equal access. The DOJ has emphasized this through a rule that mandates compliance with WCG 2.1 level AA by April 2026. Yes, accessibility is a compliance issue, but it's also much more than that. Finally, accessibility benefits all students, not just those with documented disabilities. Through universal design for learning, we see that strategies such as captions, clear document structure, and flexible formats make learning easier for everyone. What helps one group of students often improves the experience for all. That's why accessibility matters. It's ethical, it's legal, and it's practical. Meet the class. Let me introduce a classroom project scenario and the individuals involved. This slide shows everyone participating in the course. We have Dr. Smith, the professor. Bella is a deaf student. Hannah is a non-disabled student. Carlos is a visually impaired student. Ian is another non-disabled student. Kate is a hearing impaired student. This mix of students represents a typical college classroom with diverse access needs. Scenario: group project. Dr. Smith is preparing students for a group project that includes a presentation to the class. The question we need to ask is, how can Dr. Smith make her content accessible, and who will benefit from those choices? Accessibility is not about singling out one student. It's about designing content that works for everyone from the start. Student interaction with content. Students will interact with Dr. Smith's PowerPoint presentation, which includes images, charts, multiple color combinations. During a remote synchronous session in Microsoft Teams, Dr. Smith presents the slides and says, "As you can see here." That phrase may seem harmless, but it creates an immediate barrier for students who cannot see the slide content. Dr. Smith's PowerPoint, Accessibility Basics. Dr. Smith should begin by running the accessibility checker in PowerPoint. The checker helps identify common issues and guides her toward corrections, including alternative text. Alt text every meaningful image, chart, and diagram must include descriptive alt text that conveys essential information. Color contrast. Use high contrast color combinations so content is readable for all users. Color use. Do not rely on color alone to convey meaning. Charts and visuals should include labels, text, or patterns to distinguish sections. Presenting in teams. When presenting live in teams, Dr. Smith should avoid phrases like, "as you can see here." Instead, she should explicitly describe what appears on the slide. Enable live captioning in Teams to support deaf and hard of hearing students and anyone processing spoken information. Record the session and ensure a transcript is available afterward. These steps support students who need to review content, miss the live session, or learn best through reading. Who will benefit? Everyone benefits, not just students with disabilities. Accessible content improves clarity, usability, comprehension, and flexibility for all learners regardless of disability status. The scenario shows that accessibility is not an add-on or special accommodation. It is good teaching supported by tools, policy, and institutional commitment. Let's move into how CCBC supports digital accessibility across courses and platforms. CCBC's commitment to digital accessibility. At CCBC, digital accessibility isn't an afterthought, it's part of how we do things. The college has invested in both training and tools to support you in this work. From workshops and self-paced courses to Ally and Brightspace, we've built step-by-step resources that make accessibility achievable. In addition, we have a Senate policy on digital accessibility in the learning management system. That policy makes it clear that all content in our LMS must be accessible. This is not optional. It's a shared responsibility across the college. But importantly, you're not alone carrying it. The policy is backed by training, tools, and support to help you succeed. When you take a step toward accessibility, you're not just following a rule, you're aligning with CCBC's values of inclusion, equity, and academic excellence. Pathway to digital accessibility. CCBC is breaking barriers with digital accessibility by providing recommendations, training, and policies to help CCBC advance its digital accessibility compliance. CCBC Online Learning is offering a course titled Pathway to Digital Accessibility. Pathway to Digital Accessibility lays the foundation, then moves from foundation to awareness, and from awareness to action. You can access this course on the Learning Management System Brightspace. Once in Brightspace, select the Discover tab on the navigation bar. From the home page of Pathway to Digital Accessibility. CCBC is breaking barriers with digital accessibility by providing recommendations, training, and policies to help CCBC advance its digital accessibility compliance. CCBC Online Learning is offering a course titled Pathway to Digital Accessibility. Pathway to Digital Accessibility lays the foundation, then moves from foundation to awareness, and from awareness to action. You can access this course on the Learning Management System Brightspace. Once in Brightspace, select the Discover tab on the navigation bar. From the home page of Brightspace, select the Pathway to Digital Accessibility thumbnail at the top of the page. If the course is not available at the top of the Discover page in the search text box, type Pathway to Digital Accessibility and select the course. Pathway to Digital Accessibility homepage. This page displays the Pathway to Digital Accessibility course homepage. The course serves as the central starting point for learning about digital accessibility at CCBC. By selecting content on the nav bar, Faculty can access guidance, training materials, and resources designed to help them build accessible digital content. The Pathway course supports users as they move from foundational knowledge to awareness and then into practical action. CARE Approach Implementation. Online learning uses this approach to guide the implementation of digital accessibility across courses and content. CARE stands for 4 core practices. Caption everything by ensuring all multimedia content includes captions, so information is accessible to deaf and hard of hearing users. Alt text for images. By providing meaningful descriptions for images, visually impaired users can understand essential visual content. Reader support. By using tools such as text-to-speech, structured headings, and readable fonts to support different reading needs. Easy to read. By using clear language, consistent layouts, and thoughtful design choices to improve comprehension for all students. Together, these practices help faculty design content that is usable, flexible, and inclusive. Using Ally and Brightspace. Ally is an accessibility tool integrated into Brightspace that helps instructors identify and improve accessibility issues in their course content. Ally automatically scans supported course materials and provides clear, step-by-step guidance to help resolve flagged issues. Ally can scan formats such as PDFs, Word documents, PowerPoint presentations, images requiring alt text, and linked YouTube or Vimeo videos. There are some exclusions. Ally does not scan quizzes, discussions, embedded third-party media, or publisher-provided content. Using Ally and Brightspace. Ally is an accessibility tool integrated into Brightspace that helps instructors identify and improve accessibility issues in their course content. Ally automatically scans supported course materials and provides clear, step-by-step guidance to help resolve flagged issues. Ally can scan formats such as PDFs, Word documents, PowerPoint presentations, images requiring alt text, and linked YouTube or Vimeo videos. There are some exclusions. Ally does not scan quizzes, discussions, embedded third-party media, or publisher-provided content. While Ally is a helpful tool, instructors remain responsible for ensuring their overall course content is accessible. Your path forward. Online learning supports faculty and staff through multiple professional development options. These include the self-paced pathway to digital accessibility course, scheduled workshops, and additional self-paced courses offered both remotely and face-to-face. Faculty may also submit the Digital Accessibility Support Request form to receive individualized assistance. Pathway videos support your accessibility journey, including guidance on CRE and additional instructional topics that help you create accessible content with confidence. You don't have to be perfect tomorrow, but you do need to take the next step. Use Ally indicators to guide your course design. Your path forward. Online learning supports faculty and staff through multiple professional development options. These include the self-paced pathway to digital accessibility course, scheduled workshops, and additional self-paced courses offered both remotely and face-to-face. Faculty may also submit the Digital Accessibility Support Request form to receive individualized assistance. Pathway videos support your accessibility journey, including guidance on CRE and additional instructional topics that help you create accessible content with confidence. Wrap up, call to action. As we close, let's remember that accessibility is not just a requirement, it's a shared opportunity. You don't have to be perfect tomorrow, but you do need to take the next step. Use Ally indicators to guide your course design attend upcoming workshops, and rely on the online learning team for help. Each small step you take builds a stronger, more inclusive learning environment. Remember, CCBC is breaking barriers with digital accessibility.